Hello! The art showcased in this video is not mine, so please go in the description and support the original artist. Thank you!
So, any specific reason we're sitting on a couch together?
Yeah. My mom told me to look at you. Watch you, I mean.
Oh, so the lady of the house thought it was a good idea to put her son in charge of me, huh?
Listen! Mom can see you just fine through the sliding window. Door. I meant door! Shut up, don't look at me like that! But she doesn't want you obviously snooping around and stealing crap. I mean, she still doesn't really know who you are, so, it makes sense.
Oh, I'm wounded, truly.
What are you talking about?
I can tell you were trying to insult me. Newsflash, kid. I don't get insulted easily.
Ha! I mean, with a face like yours, I'm surprised.
Excuse me?
See? You got offended just then.
Shut up, kid. I'm only offended because you don't have any damn room to talk.
Hey! At least I have skin that doesn't... At least my skin isn't patchwork.
At least I actually have both my eyes.
Hey! I have eyes! I mean, I may not have normal big eyes like you, but I have eyes.
In the form of freckles, yeah. And can I just say, they look hella ugly. Creepy too. You're something straight out of a horror film, I'm gonna be honest.
How dare you? I'm better looking than you are. I'm just gonna say that now. I am, like, 10 times better looking than you are. I mean,
says the kid with eyes in their palms of their hands. What girl could find that attractive?
Lots, actually.
Well, from the looks of it, I saw your brother put on gloves a few days ago when you were going out to school, and he's been doing that for any time you go out. But you haven't. He wears that mask and those gloves, and I've even noticed he tries to cover up his eyes with his hair to look presentable in a way. So why don't you?
Because unlike G-Pot, I'm not ashamed of how I look. I mean, Mom tells us we look beautiful all the time, and I believe her. It's not G-Pot's... I feel sorry for him that he doesn't believe it.
Does she now?
What? What is it?
Nothing. I just realized that I don't really understand your quirk that well. I mean, yesterday you came back home and your mother started training you, but I don't really understand your quirk that well. To entertain me, how about you explain it?
Explain my quirk to you? Like hell I am!
Wanna try that again, kid?
My mom can...
I checked. She isn't looking at me right now. So talk, or I'll burn that ugly mug off your face.
Fine. I can't believe you're threatening a child, but okay, fine. Basically, well, me and my brother technically have the same quirk, but we have to be together in order to use it for its original purpose. My quirk is called Portalize Orange, and G-Pot's quirk is called Portalize Blue. Basically, He can make entryways, and I can give those entryways an exit. So basically, I'm an exit and he's the entrance. He can make a portal, with the eyes in our hands, in his hands, I mean, technically, and he just needs to tell me where it's supposed to. No, wait,
Getting mixed up with your words, kid?
Shut up! It's not like I explain this on a daily basis. I'm used to signing it, actually. No one really talks about it a lot. No one really asks, actually. My mom does. We figured it out. I mean,
When do you have to sign it only?
well, my mom has friends, and they mostly only talk in sign language, so I'm used to explaining it, like, in sign language, basically. And with my mom's grandparents, yeah. Well, I mean, not... Actually, yeah, her grandparents and then my great-grandparents, I guess. So, yeah, I explain it with sign language a lot, not really my words, so just shut up and let me think this through. So, me and my brother, we both have eyes in our hands, and, the eyes in his hands are blue, while the eyes in my hands are orange, and we can create portals with these eyes. They kind of come out like beetles, almost. It's weird. It's kind of creepy. And basically, can you stop looking at me like that? Sheesh, dude.
I'm just giving you my full, undivided attention. Nothing wrong with that.
Weirdo. Anyway, so, he can make an entrance, and I can make an exit, and basically, when he makes an entrance, I can put an exit somewhere, and, it's like that, one American game. I remember playing it because Mom got it for us for Christmas, or was it our birthday? I don't remember. Anyway, it's called, Portal? Yeah, it's just called Portal, and, apparently our quirks somehow was inspired by that. Do you know what that game is?
Yeah, I think I've heard of it. So, your quirk works like that?
Yeah, but in order for it to be of any real use, like for escapes and getaways, me and my brother both have to use it together. Well, technically you could use it by themselves, but it wouldn't be very useful because it would just be like bugs, like big bugs on a wall or a ceiling or the ground, and they'd be blue or orange, and like without the other half, it wouldn't be very useful. So, yeah.
I see. So, what can they do on their own?
Well, my brother can make an entrance to, like, he can make up little pocket dimensions, essentially, and he can keep people there, kind of like a prison, almost. Or he can just create pocket dimensions. He can create dimensions, and he can, but they're from his imagination. For me, I can create exit to places, which also kind of doubles as an entrance, but like it's to other universes, other worlds. I've only ever used it once on accident, but yeah. That's our quirk, and it's the best way I can explain it.
You know, your quirks would be pretty useful to my little group. To my boss, really. Come to think of it, with Kurogiri is gone, we need a new way to get away quick.
That warp guy, I know him. The Misty guy. We can't do anything crazy like him. I mean, we can, it's literally like that game I told you. It's not that, I mean...
I think we could find plenty of uses for you and your brother's quirk. Don't even try to pretend that we can't. But still sucks, because we'd still have to use that other method that I hate. Bad enough that my quirk already does me in. Anyway.
Wait, what are you talking about?
It's nothing good. Nothing at all. But I have a deal for you.
I've already agreed not to tell my mother about you. What more do you need from me?
Not just you, but your brother too. Is there any way for me to, maybe, hypothetically, use your quirks without you two having to be there?
I mean, the eyes in our hands can pop out, and can stand alone by themselves. I don't know how long they last without us, though. Well, by themselves, anyway. What do you have in mind?
Well, I was thinking, when I leave, how about I bring these eye-beal things of yours back to my boss, and if he thinks they're useful, I come back and get more. Or you could just join me.
No! I'm not gonna join you or help you in any sort of way. I'm not helping a bunch of no-good villains that hurt people.
I knew it. That damn mother of yours has brainwashed you.
To have you know, my mom did not brainwash me. I'm just using common sense. I never betray her like that. I never help you in any way. I mean,
Why? How? What has she done for you?
And honestly, even though she just met you, she probably loves you too.
What?
My mom's weird. She has a big heart that she's not afraid to share with a lot of people. And something I'll never understand about her is how she can care so much about so many people at the same time. She even still loves and cares about her parents, even though she's told me time and time again that they've never been the best. That she understands what it's like to have crappy parents. I don't remember mine, and I think I'm lucky that I don't. But I remember her. Because whenever I try to think of who my quote-unquote real mother was, all I can see is her face. And I'm kind of happy that I can. And I'm happy that that's all I see. Because I don't really think my birth mother is worth remembering. Especially if she did something like this to me. So, what's your story?
My story?
Yeah.
There's no really point in telling you, and now is there, kid? I'm Dabi. That's all you really need to know.
Come on. I just told you my backstory, essentially. I could have honestly become a pretty wicked, cool kid villain, but I didn't. So, I kind of think he deserves some story on your part.
Do you now?
Yeah! Come on. It's not like we have anything better to do.
Tell you what, kid. If you let me use you and your brother's quirks, I will. One day.
Seriously? Damn it.
What can I say? You have something I want. Do you really want to hear my story that badly? Come on, kid. Let me ask you this. Do you really think I'm all that bad? I'm sure you've come up with what my story is. And I can assure you now that it's 10 times worse than yours. I've been through hell and back. I have the scars to prove it, after all. And besides, wouldn't you just love to have an in-look into a villain's past that no one else would get? That no one else has? No one else knows who I am. All they know is Dabi. And for a little boy like you, wouldn't it be cool to flaunt around that you know something that other people don't?
That's not enough for me to betray my mom. I'm curious, but I'm not that curious.
Damn, you're loyal. She really did brainwash you, huh?
Again, it's not brainwashing. If only you knew. If you really knew her, you'd know it's not brainwashing. Actually, she teaches us that not all heroes are good. She teaches us that in society, mostly half the time, heroes are heroes for fame and fortune. She also tells us not to think of all heroes like that, but that's kind of the majority. And she also teaches us that about Stain. She's taught us about Stain before.
Now you've got my interest again. Do continue.
Well, she teaches us that some of what Stain's ideology is just plain out wrong. Like, you shouldn't murder people just because they're crappy human beings, but, like, he's right. Heroes, there aren't really any true heroes. There are heroes that want fame and fortune. There are heroes that do good things because it looks good on them. They don't do it because it feels good. They want to. And she also has pointed out to us that heroes, like, do charity and stuff sometimes, mostly just, again, because it looks good on them. Sometimes it's for genuine things, like I don't have any good examples right now. Our Best Genius, his charity for kids that don't have clothes, like, no, the orphanage, I forget what it was, the name, but he raised enough money to get all those orphans, like, new clothes, and he didn't keep any of the money. It was a whole big news thing. And, All Might, he's a true hero. I mean, there are lots of examples. She's not like every other parent that teaches us that heroes are amazing, that we shouldn't question them. She tells us to question them, to figure out whether they're worth our praise. And most of the time, well, so far at least, to the heroes that me and my brother pretty much worship, that's either well, most of the time it's been the case that they are genuinely good and do good things. But no, those are heroes that are kind of unpopular and kind of small, now that I think about it. She's also taught us that the more popular a hero is, the more media pays attention to them. And she's taught us that the more media pays attention to you, the more consumed with power and fame and fortune you become. Our mom teaches us a lot of good stuff. You don't know anything about her. You don't know any of her opinions or ideals. She's not a one-dimensional character like you might think she is. Just because she can't talk, just because she's mute, doesn't mean that she doesn't have a lot to say. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Well, kid, what if I told you that your quirk could help make this world better?
What?
I'll let you in on a little secret. My boss is planning something big. He doesn't exactly know what it is yet, but he says it's going to be something incredible. That he's going to rule this world, destroy it. And I'll be honest with you, kid. I don't want this world to be destroyed. I just want to fix it, heal it, make way for a brighter future. I want to turn this world into ash so that a phoenix can rise from it. A phoenix of hope, of equality. And honestly, my boss is just gonna be a stepping stone towards that. If I hurt people along the way, well, shame on them for getting in the way, but I can assure you that your quirk won't be used for anything except good.
I don't believe you.
Really? I believe Stain. I believe in Stain and his will and his ideology. I want to try and make that come a reality. To finish his will. To finish what he wants for this world. To rid the world of fake heroes. And if you help me, I'll promise that your mother will be one of the heroes that I spare. No one will touch her. No one will hurt her. If she's on the street and I find someone about to kill her, I'll stop them. But only if you let me use your quirk. Doesn't that sound pretty good? A constant knowing that your mother won't die. I can't promise that I can save her from anything natural that happens to her. But if I'm around and I can stop her from dying, I will. And I won't touch your school or your little town to boot. I'll make sure your little area doesn't get touched by any of my group, or my comrades, or my boss. I'll promise you safety. You, your family, your friends, anyone that you care about, I'll protect if I can. You could think of me as a guardian angel, if it helps. You'd really do that? And all you want is your quirk. Yes. That's all I want. Come on. Do you really want to constantly live with the fear of your mother dying? I could stop that. I can stop all of those fears. But only if you let me. From anything? You'll protect her from anything if you're there to stop it? You have my word. The question is, do I have yours? I don't really like Hero Society that much. And not getting their weird looks from strangers would be nice. You know, a future where everyone's treated like an equal sounds kind of appealing, doesn't it? How are you sure that will come true? Well, just like how anything will come true. I'll work hard. I'll make it a reality. One step at a time. I can't believe I'm doing this, but fine. You have a deal, Dabi. But on one condition. Haven't you made enough? Haven't I given you enough already? What more do you need? I want to tell my mother about who you are. Then we have no deal. Why are you so hung up on that? I mean, honestly, she won't even do anything. She'll still act the same. I can't risk that, kid. Especially if I am gonna make this deal with you. I'll need to keep coming back to restock. I can't have her knowing about who I really am. I doubt she's gonna be stupid enough to let a known murderer into her house. Fine. You have a deal. And you promise you won't tell your mother? I promise. She won't hear a word of this. Not even my brother will know. I'll figure out a way to get his quirk from him, maybe when he's sleeping. I promise. You have my word. Good. Nice doing business with you, Jiaru. Yeah. Just keep your end of the deal. Alright? Dabi? Of course.